last night at like 1:30, I woke up because I had like really bad low back pain. And then it like kind of like moved to the front. And I was like, oh. And then nothing happened. That was it. Welcome to Under the Sun Podcast.
I'm Irene.
And I'm Aileeah. We're so glad you're here. Grab a hot
or iced coffee and join us as we talk about everything under the sun. Hi.
I don't know what to do with my eyes.
It's been a long time.
I know, but we've actually been pretty consistent, which is nice.
Yeah.
Like I like doing these block recordings, but this is my last recording for a while. The next time you see me, I would have birthed.
Hooray.
A human. Lord willing.
Yeah.
Watch me like be pregnant to like, oh look, it's a rare 48-week gestation. And then I'll
What's that date
jump off a
of
bridge.
the church's little like trunk or treat thing? But that would be the same date, give or take, that your daughter came out. So
yeah, but like I'm hanging. I know I shouldn't.
We're
not peeking or anything. Check 1, 2. No.
I don't think so.
Statistically, the first one goes the longest. So I know, I'm hoping it won't be long. He's also in a better position.
Yeah.
He just flipped yesterday to where his rumpus is on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I had a midwife appointment a couple days ago, actually. And the gal like who was walking out of like, she was pregnant and like we like crossed paths.
Yeah.
She like looked at me weird. And I was like, hi.
Uh-huh.
And then Amy had like, she's like, okay, I'll be in just a minute. I'm just going to say goodbye. And she said goodbye. And then she was like, oh, she's a big fan. She wanted to say hi, but she didn't want to interrupt your appointment. I was like, oh shoot, I should have said something. She's like, she listens to Under the Sun. I was like, why are you looking at me? Yes, I am gargantuous. Thank you. But
that's weird.
What are we what was happening?
It's just weird that people listen to us.
I know, it is weird. It is weird.
Strange thing.
Yeah. So I guess we're just going to do a little bit of life update and then what I'm doing to prepare for my second home birth.
But were you saying something about your appointment with the baby?
Oh.
Or was it?
Oh, she asked if there's any like signs of labor. And I was like, no, for like literally the first time in this entire freaking pregnancy.
Yeah.
I'm not having, because like there was a stint, I mean, from like 10 weeks to 20 weeks where like I couldn't vacuum. I say this all the time. I could not vacuum my living room, and we have a small rug, without having to lay down because I was contracting so hard because of the hematoma.
Yeah.
I had Dave pray over me before our anatomy scan. Then we went into the anatomy scan. And they were like, we can't even see the hematoma. And then the cramping stopped like after Dave's prayer.
Yeah. So
the prayer of a husband is very strong. And then it was just Braxton Hicks all the time.
Yeah.
I did learn. This is like a thing of like, we're not perfect human beings. Oil of oregano in pregnancy stimulates the uterus to contract.
Interesting.
So I didn't take it.
Were you using it a lot?
No, I didn't use it a lot. Mm-hmm. But I did have like I have a wisdom tooth that is like literally growing in this way because my jaw is underdeveloped. Anyways, different discussion we'll talk about dental stuff at some point.
Yeah.
But so I took some for that because it was just like it felt inflamed. Mm-hmm. And then in hindsight, maybe there's a correlation between that and then I had a start of a UTI that I usually just take oil of oregano.
Yeah.
And it kind of kicks it in the butt. But I was just kind of taking it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't harm the baby. It just causes uterine contractions. Mm-hmm. And so kind of after the 20 to whatever, I think I maybe took it 2 or 3 times, but I remember having intense contractions.
Interesting.
So something to keep in mind because I didn't know that. And when you know better, you do better. But I just kind of thought oregano, a gentle herb.
Yeah.
And then I heard it on a podcast and then it like clicked and I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
And then I asked Amy and then she was like, I hadn't heard that, but maybe some women were just more sensitive. So anyways,
interesting.
That's my update, I guess.
So you have 0 signs of labor, 0 contractions.
Well,
cramping.
I have like Braxton Hicks where like just the whole belly tightens. That happens all the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay hydrated, but I'm also in the middle of like
I almost said baby mooning, baby prep. What's it called?
Like
what
nesting?
Is the word? That's the word.
Nesting. Yeah. Well, like, and I was like, is there something wrong with me that I don't want to see anybody or do anything like
just your introvertness?
Well, then I was listening to a podcast about like just pregnancy and motherhood and stuff. And they were saying like, no, like it's good to like basically like protect your cortisol and just because I don't know, we were asked to go to a couple places and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, it's hot. I'm not gonna go sit in a yard and watch a parade. Yeah. You know, like nothing personal, but like, I just don't have no desire. But I'm currently 38 weeks in one day. So
nice.
Bigger than ever. Amy did say he's really long. She was like, his head is down here, Aileeah, and his rump is right here. Like, this is his rump.
It's a long kid.
And I was like, excellent.
It doesn't necessarily mean he's thick.
No, I was like, he could be gangly.
Yeah.
I mean, but Leo wasn't short. She was 21 inches.
Mm-hmm.
What's the average? I don't know.
Riker was 21 inches and like 6 pounds. And Leo was 21 inches and 10 pounds. So he was very gangly.
What is that life to give birth to a 6-pound baby? I would. I have no experience in that. Like, so when people are like, "Oh yeah, he was big. He was like 8 pounds," and I'm like, "Sure."
See, and like the thought of an 8-pound baby makes me want to vomit a little bit.
What was your big? Nova was your
7, 6 and 7. But all 5 of us, I've probably said it before on the podcast. All 5 of us were 4 and 5 pounds, but our families are 5'2", 5'1", 4'10". Like,
was your mom also like just drinking Dr. Pepper and eating Snickers the whole time?
Probably. She also had that hyperemesis, so she threw up she threw up so much that the nurse, she always tells the story that the nurse was yelling at her when she was in labor because she was pushing and the doctor wasn't in there, but my mom wasn't pushing, she was just puking in a bucket. So she said she just looked at her like, I'm puking. I don't know what you expect me to do here. So literally I don't know how she had 5 kids puking the whole time.
I don't know. I honestly like, I revere my mother and your mother so much more like since having kids. I'm like, what do you mean you did this many times? Yeah. It's a different beast doing it with a toddler and a farm.
I think it's a different beast doing it older. Well, my mom started at 26, but she was done by 36. And 36 is when she tapped out. She's like, I'm done. But
I think God also just gives you like a knowing of like, this is it. Like I'm done.
Maybe. I've heard that from a lot of people. You just know.
Mm-hmm.
You just get a feeling. And that feeling doesn't come when you're 38 and 1.
No. But I do know, like, if I'm honest with myself, like, I'm like, oh, this isn't our last. But also I have said to David, I'm like, I'm not doing this again. Yeah. Like, this is hard.
Yeah.
But like, he's also just bigger. And I shouldn't be vain about this, but like, I did not get stretch marks with Leora. I have not gained any more. I gain weight with my pregnancies and I don't feel ashamed about that because I don't like extreme eat. Like, I'm like, my body's just doing what it needs to do. Yeah. And I eat a fairly nutrient dense diet. But I'm like, I don't know. I did get like stretch marks on my underside of the belly and I'm like, this is dumb. And I'm like, now I'm like just annoyed to be pregnant. I'm like, this is stupid. Every day that passes, I'm getting more and more stretched. Yeah. I don't know if it's just age or
I don't know
what, but
because I got a ton of stretch marks with my first. And then at that point I was like, well, welcome to the party. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Mom, why is your skin so bumpy? I'm like, you tell me, child, why my skin is so bumpy.
Well, apparently I asked Amy, I was like, I'm sad. I was like, I shouldn't be sad about this, but I have like stretch marks on my tummy and I didn't have that with Leora. And she was like, well, it's a boy. You're more likely with the boy to get stretch marks. And I was like, what?
Huh?
I don't know why. I didn't like, I can't remember. Amy and I are like, love like conspiracies and stuff. So like we're pretty ADD in our appointments, but apparently that's a difference. I wonder if it's just something to do with the like all the testosterone or.
I almost sent you something the other day, but I didn't fact check it. Maybe I did send it to you. It was something about the recovery. Your recovery will be harder with a girl than a boy. So they said. I just thought my second recovery was harder because I was chasing a toddler, running a business, and walking too much right out the gate. But
recovery,
I feel like it
how
prolonged.
In the sense of like emotionally
prolonged, like your physical recovery prolongs. Like I think I bled postpartum longer with her, but I also didn't stop and rest that time. Yeah. So But I was like, that was an interesting thing. So I wonder if your recovery will be easier. But then people say your recoveries get worse with each kid. So
I had a great, like, I felt awesome. The postpartum high was strong. And I was like, honestly, that's what's like getting me through. I'm like, the snuggles, the high, the yummy food I have prepped in the freezer. Like, Dave will be off work. It'll be okay. But I don't know. I don't feel like I had nothing to compare it to because I had a girl the first time. So like I don't know. I don't even remember how long I bled. I was only in Depends, I know, for like 2 days.
Yeah, just a couple days.
Yeah. And this time I'm like, I'm just going to keep wearing them like for a long time because they're just easier and I have them and they're the like as healthy as you can find them.
Yeah. I was just going to ask what brand
I think
tell
it's
everybody
Real.
What brand you're getting. Oh,
I got the Real brand. Because everything, I'm sorry, I hate to burst your bubble on these organic top coat.
Just the top sheet.
It's just the top sheet. Once it gets wet, there's plenty of leaching that backfills that goes into your Netherlands, which is a very sensitive and absorbent area.
Yeah.
So like part of me almost didn't buy organic because I'm like, I'm spending extra kind of for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, because it's not really organic at that point. But I don't know. Reduced exposure, I guess, counts for maybe something. I don't know.
I've also purchased online the organic pads and they leak everywhere. Like, it's been since high school since I've actually like leaked out somewhere. So reduce exposure with my top sheet because I cannot be free bleed. Like, I will never free bleed. And if I'm wearing a pad, I expect it to catch it all. You're welcome for the TMI.
Yeah. But yeah, so I have some Depends from that. Actually, I've leftover Depends from Leora. So I'm just going to like wear those for a long time. I honestly scaled way back in preparation for like things to do postpartum.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a separate episode. Should we do that? Should we do how I'm prepping for labor and then the things I have for postpartum? Or is that too much?
We can do it.
Or we can just throw it all into one.
I say throw it all into this one because we're already kind of talking about it.
Yeah. Okay.
You just keep going.
Do you have anything you want to say before we get into?
Yes. I'm also having a baby. Yay! Which is so exciting. But I told Aileeah we were like finally just in the second, like about to enter the second. I always thought second trimester was 12 weeks.
Yeah, I thought so.
But then all my apps are like, you're almost in your second trimester. I'm like, no.
Does it start the 13th week technically?
Some people are saying the 14th week.
No.
But I was like, that's not what I remember. And I've had Tuchos. Like, unless my brain is that far.
No, it's always been 12.
Gone,
12.
But that's what I thought. But all the apps are like changing
24.
now. So I'm like, what is happening? So anyways, we finally are to the point to announcing it, except for to the few clients I announced in the first trimester, because I was like, listen, if I book it to the bathroom, I am good. I'm just pregnant. And so a few of my clients found out early because I could not get through the workday without gagging. But but to the podcast people, I was telling Aileeah when we did the miscarriage episode that I felt like a fraud almost. Not really, because it was still like my story. But I think the only reason I had the like confidence to talk about it is because there was already another baby. And obviously if you had a miscarriage, you know it's not the replacement, but it was that confidence of like everything's going to be okay. You got your little rainbow baby. But I did feel a little fraud-like on that. But also I had a bunch of people reach out and say like it just was sweet or it helped or whatever. So
that's good.
But
yeah.
Congratulations. So many feelings.
What a surprise.
We did it. We're pregnant at the same time.
Not a good idea, everyone. Not a good idea. In that Dr. Stu episode.
Which is why that Wednesday episode that I just forgot that it was Wednesday, because all day Tuesday I was just on the couch. And then halfway through Wednesday I was on the couch. I was like, it's Wednesday. I should probably post the podcast. Whoops.
Yeah. We should. Yeah. We really should have like an assistant or an editor or something. We can't afford
an editor.
Huh?
I said, I have an editor.
Yeah, but like Jacob's a nitpicker and I'm a ramrodder. I'm like, this is getting out today, hell or high water. Like, I have, but he did a good job editing it. So I'm thankful for him.
He's just so much faster and he follows every update of DaVinci. And so things that would normally take you and I like an hour and a half, he does it in like 10 minutes. I'm like, great. We tried the auto switch. It wasn't great. So he did have to switch it himself, but everything else
I like to watch it anyways to make sure like I didn't like pick my boogie or something.
Yeah. Well, you auto switch and then you watch it through to make sure nothing's off, but it's not quite there yet. But when that's there, it's going to take you and I no time.
I am going to switch to DaVinci and just cut back my Adobe subscription to Photoshop and Lightroom, because it's just like I cannot export anything. Even Lightroom, I can never get the color to look the same on my Mac screen than on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, how am I supposed to do this?
They're going downhill quickly.
They are.
With all the new updates. But
anyways, yay, congratulations.
Yeah,
she told me last time on the podcast, and I was like, I knew it. I totally knew it. And I went and grabbed the onesie I had.
Off running. Do you have that clip somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere. I need to make sure I don't.
Send it to me. I'll put it in this one.
Yeah,
because she literally booked it upstairs on camera. I was like, okay, goodbye.
Well, I was like, I knew it. And then I walked it because I found a cute little Star Trek, which Jacob, her husband, is very Star Trek, like a little Star Trek onesie. But I was like, I knew it. I knew it. And then when Dave found out, he was like, I knew it. He's like, I knew.
You never finished that story. How did he know?
I don't know. He just said he knew too.
Interesting.
I don't know. We're both very connected with your mom.
Apparently. No, but I was telling you, I was like, we have to announce it now anyways, because in that interview with Dr. Stu, I look the same amount of pregnant as you are.
No, you don't.
But it's the progesterone bloat. And I think if you've taken the progesterone,
stuff's real.
It's because I remember in the beginning of this pregnancy for you, you were like, why am I so big? I was like, I don't know, maybe it's your second kid. And it was like, after you stopped the progesterone, your stomach went back down to normal.
Yeah.
With just a bump.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird, like upper swollen. Like I went to work and someone was like, look at your baby belly. I'm like, yeah, my baby belly. My baby's, I mean, that's the third baby. So my uterus is out of my pelvis already, but it's not this high. So that's all just progesterone and my guts.
Yeah. It is, if you've done progesterone, like vaginally. I don't know. I don't know if it's an oral thing. I have no idea.
I think it's just progesterone in general.
Okay.
From what I was reading. Because I kept having to manually change it. And I'm like, no, vaginal, not oral. And then they would give me all the same updates. But
yeah.
When I was Googling it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like, can progesterone cause this or can it cause this? And
yeah. I did a whole bunch of chat GPTing with the progesterone because I wanted to make sure, like, even though it's the bioidentical source or whatever, I was like, what? Like, I want to know any possibility of like a negative outcome. Because like whenever you interfere with something, there is like, you know, I don't know. And there wasn't really much that to write home about. So
but
it does make you hella bloated.
It does.
I remember tapering off because like you have to do it. Like I think I was on twice a day for a while, and then you go down to once a day, and then it's like every other day, like as you like wean yourself off.
Yeah.
And I remember like on the days I didn't take it, I was like, oh my gosh, I
breathe.
I can breathe. I feel normal. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yay, we're both knocked up.
Yep. We finally did it.
Yeah, and we're both tired.
Yes.
Like we should.
I'm like starting to ramp up with energy a little bit though.
Good for you. That's what I mean for you.
Oh, I love it. I've been nauseous, like really nauseous, but I've only puked once, and it was like 2 days ago. So I made it that whole time. And then 2 days ago, it was like some smell in our kitchen got it, and I started puking into the trash can. And then my poor kids ran up to Jacob and they were like, Dad, I'm really scared. Cause like I puke a lot with the gluten sensitive. Like it's very easy for me to puke.
Yeah.
But I never puke around the kids. And that was just like, sorry, I'm in the trash can in the kitchen. And
poor kids.
I felt so bad, but also I was like, well, mommy's a human. This is what happens.
Mm-hmm. How do your kids react to you after like something like that?
The same.
Okay.
They're still bouncing into my hips. Play with me. I need a snack. And I'm like, okay. Like, as long as I know I'm good. It's like, oh, you're good. Great. Yeah. What can you do for me?
Yeah. I'm very impressed with her. Like mentally, me being like, hey, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't really run with you right now. Like, and I know things are kind of boring. And it's like kind of the same thing every day. We just kind of like make sure the house is tidy because, you know, like our birth team will be here. Hopefully. Lord. And like I try to like meal prep for postpartum / like just keep us fed.
Yeah.
And then like I can do like one other activity and then I'm spent for the day. And I don't like that. I do also, if I can say this, that I think the partial bed rest in the beginning and like just the crampiness, like it set up my muscles got so weak in that time.
No.
I never really like
Yeah.
And then it was summer, and then we had to do like
Yeah.
outdoor chore stuff, which is fine, but I was still
It's hot and
crampy,
99%
and it was hot,
humidity.
and I think I've not been as active as I could have been, but also like I would rather lay on the couch and make sure my kid is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an excuse, but like I'm like I feel like when we have another one, like as long as there's no hematoma and partial bed rest, like I can, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be more fit because I don't feel fit.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel unfit with Leora. I just felt like there's a basketball in my gut.
Yeah.
But
I don't mind the feeling of like the different sizes of my body, but on that, I just hate feeling weak.
Yeah.
Like anytime my muscles feel weak, then I like panic because I'm so used to, which I don't know. I don't really agree with, you're just getting older, your muscles are weakening. So then I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why are my muscles so weak? But which I love, we all know I love my job. But every time I have to go to work and I'm nauseous all day and I have a 10-hour day, I like get grumpy. But then I remember like, okay, well, you're not sitting. So
yeah,
because then I'm literally on my feet moving all day. And so I'm like grateful for it, but also hate it at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for it when I get home. And I'm like, oh, good. I just walked like 10,000 steps today.
Oh, wow.
Off topic. One of the Instagrammers I follow has been looking for a step counter that's all EMF everything. There's a stainless steel band watch. It's just a watch that like is like the pedometer you'd clip on your hip that just tracks like vibration. I might try it out because it's only like $39. And then it can like tell time and track steps.
I also want to know that information because I'm like, we do stuff all the time around the farm. Like, but I don't like categorize it in my mind as working out. It's just like, it's not, because it's not. It's just like living. But bright side for you though, is that like we had to buy a pool for the delivery. Yep. And also I was just I'm trying it this time. I didn't do it last time because I didn't know it existed. But the Gentle Birth tincture.
Never heard of it. It
has like a whole bunch of herbs that help. I guess this is where we can start. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's it.
It has a whole bunch of herbs that, I don't know, combination help. I don't know, something help you have a gentler birth, have like a smoother, faster birth. So I'm taking that tincture 3 times a day, but like I definitely, hopefully, really won't get through the whole bottle. I actually don't think I will because like I'm only at like this much.
Oh, nice.
And I only have, could be 2 weeks, could be a month. That's criminal.
Yeah, it is.
It's criminal. But like,
I mean, at least 2. You can't have it in your head that it's going to at least be 2 more weeks.
It's 2 weeks or a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then like,
because when you said I could have, I was like, nope, don't put that in your brain.
I know, but it's so,
put it in your brain for 40.
It would be so great. It would be so great.
Yeah.
I'm just a little dead inside. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm doing the Gentle Birth tincture. I'm drinking Funky tea, which is like a mix of like raspberry, ginger, a whole bunch of stuff. I can post a link. That's actually what this is, mixed with, what is it, mango nectar?
Yeah,
it's very good, and some salt.
Good,
very good. And raspberry tea to prep for like gentle birth. I am trying not to sit crisscross, but like I'm sitting on either like the birth ball or laying on my left side to like for like optimal positioning. Because I do think, was Leo, did I have back labor? I don't remember. I remember having a lot of like counter pressure on my hips because like my hips hurt so bad. But
that's normal.
Because I can't remember if it was Shannon or somebody said something that was like, oh, like, is that like for your back labor last time? I was like, was that back labor? I don't really remember thinking like my back hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember back labor. It feels like it literally felt like someone had the middle of my spine and was ripping it out from my tailbone. That's, if I could like picture it skeletally, my brain translated it as someone is ripping your spine off of your tailbone. So I think you would remember.
No, okay, don't remember that.
It was horrible. I had like no belly, anything with him, like no uterine. It was just all that ripping in my back. It was awful.
Don't recommend. So yeah, don't recline. So like for this whole, since like 28 weeks, I have not reclined. Dude flipped again. Like, so his feet are over here. You jerk, go back over. But So like no reclining, trying to optimal positioning. Every day I'm doing still spinning babies.
Yeah.
I'm doing the inversion, which is actually what flipped him rotated him. I shouldn't say flipped, rotated him to the proper side. Yesterday doing an inversions, cat cow, like just trying to like stretch and like open my hips and pelvis and stuff. So for those of you who don't know, maybe you're just now listening, because I feel like we just jumped in and we're like, hey baby, well, we're here.
Yeah.
38 weeks, one day. And we're going to have a home birth here, actually, in this room. This will be the couch that will be pulled out because it's a hide bed. And I'll probably lay on here and get my vacuometer checked for any damage that's done. The pool,
hopefully
and stuff
no damage.
I know.
Next time.
I think I do have. I'm not trying to think like, oh, like I know how to do this, but you just don't know the first time like what you're going to feel. And I think I have more mental capacity to be like, this isn't going to kill me.
Yeah.
But
in the first time
you're like, oh my gosh, I've never felt a big thing exit my body. Like, it's just, I mean, you know, and I don't know about this whole pain-free birth. I don't know if you've followed that account or anything. I don't know.
I think it gave me false hopes that like, oh, it's just mind over matter. And it's not when your spine is being ripped out of your tailbone.
I think that there is like a form of surrender that like I never did.
Yeah.
Where like, because I remember always bracing like, oh my gosh, it's coming. And then like getting super tense. And I do think that would make it worse. So like even as I've had all through basically since 10 weeks, you know, all through with Braxton Hicks or whatever, I have just been very intentional on like trying to like turn that part off and be like, okay, like it's just like the sensation is happening, or like, excuse me for my burps. I was putting Leo down to bed one night and like he rotated. Like I was like basically asleep with her because you know, like when you put your kids down for bed and you're like slow blinking trying to convince them that it's a good idea. And then before you know it, you're asleep with her still awake. But I was like asleep and I was on my left side. So for me to like get up and then like I like flipped and was like on the floor on my hands and knees. Because he like rotated, but I felt his noggin like just like going like this and like it it was just a weird. And I like before I was even awake, I was on the ground. But so like even that like there was a contraction or Braxton Hicks, whatever that happened, some type of like tightening in the abdomen that like I just tried to like let happen, not like let my whole body tense up because oh my gosh, this one part of me is having a really powerful sensation. So not saying that it's saying that it's gonna be pain free. But I am going. It's better to have it to do the second round because it's like okay, I actually like know what to expect. Now.
I mean, if you look at my first and second pictures, the first pictures I look like I'm dying. And the second picture, there's a lot of pictures of me laughing in labor. And I'm like, if you would have told me after the first labor I was ever going to laugh in labor, I would have thought you were crazy. But I think my unpopular probably opinion is that we're not supposed to have pain-free birth. Like we can try to surrender and have an easier birth, but like that's our lot in life is to
but I do agree with
anguish while you I think it's an easy word. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, but that's in the New Testament.
I don't think people should discount the Old Testament as much as they do.
It's not discount it. It's not like just don't even read it. I don't know, like, because technically, like, if Jesus came and died for our sins, that was one of our sins and curses that we got, right?
But I think it's like there's still a consequence. We are forgiven, but there's still consequences.
Well, but here's the thing, and not saying I don't know because I've never done it, but what? Then is it pain? Then is it us that is like our controlling mind?
I think it's like, us trying to control it.
Because I think I remember like thinking a lot and being like, oh my gosh, you're being too loud. Like this is taking so long. Not all the time, but like sometimes like when I was in like that conscious brain or like, oh my gosh, this hurts so bad. And instead of like saying like, God, this is how you designed it. Like, and you can kind of think like that. I feel like with the second one, third one, fourth, like, because you already survived the thing that you had no cons. Like, imagine being like, you're going to do the hardest thing of your life. You can't prep for it because you don't know what those sensations feel like, especially if you're doing it natural. But anyways, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how I feel or I don't know about that. I don't think we should completely discount the New Testament, but also like it does confuse me of like, okay, then if God died for our sins and like washed us clean, that was one of the things that they did wrong in the beginning.
I think the washing us clean is just to get us into heaven. It doesn't negate earthly consequences of things.
But where does it say that?
Well, he didn't say I came to replace the law. He didn't say I came to wipe away the Old Testament. He said I came to fulfill the law, which in that case was talking about fulfilling the sacrifice to get to heaven part, not discounting all the rules. Because otherwise, technically, the 10 Commandments are in the Old Testament. So does that mean murder and adultery are on the table? Or like,
no, it doesn't mean that we're still... It doesn't mean we're like
I feel like you can't.
Oh, he washed away our sins. That means we can do these things. Right. Like, there's still consequences to our actions.
Yes, but I think the physical.
Is the consequence to our action in labor pain because we're trying to control it, like and micromanage it. Like, is it actually us that's causing?
I think you're going to feel the pain anyways.
Yes, because
I don't think it's going to negate the pain. But if you like lean into the pain, that's where it's like, okay.
Well, I think
can't run away from you now.
I do agree with the like fear pain loop cycle.
Yes, you can make it worse.
Yeah,
but I don't think it can 100% be pain free.
No, I think
me personally.
Well, and I think people who probably go in with that expectation have like a hard time and like probably processing their births if their expectation was like it's gonna be 100% pain free. It's gonna be great. Because you also have to account for. Like, if you don't have a video of your birth, like, usually you can kind of, like, downplay it. And, like, through the years, it just kind of downplays. It's like, oh, yeah, it was fine. It wasn't a big deal. Or it was, like, or it kind of, like, ramps up and it's all traumatic. Anyways. Yeah. I am.
You posted a basket on Instagram. What's in that basket?
I posted a basket. Yeah, with Leora, I had like a whole bunch. Like I froze padsicles and I'd bought like comfrey herbs and like poured them in the pops in the padsicles and like froze them and did like a whole. Like my whole postpartum thing was like I had I had nipple shields. I had like sanitary wipe things, which like some of these things were gifts, which was lovely. Yeah. But like I just found that like I never used. I used like one frozen pad and I was like, cold should not be down there right now. I was like, oh my gosh, this feels so wrong. Yeah. And so like I negated, I like ignored that feeling I had and still wore it and just like it, and then realized it felt better like once it like thawed and like and the comfrey could, come up. And I was like, I'm just not going to do that this time. So I literally just have the reel, I think is what it's called. Pads, like the overnight really long pads and the diapers. Do you know who Procter & Gamble is?
I wish I didn't.
They're the owners of Pampers and Loves. They help fund the murder and mutilation of children. Did you know that?
Which is bizarre for someone who claims to care about your child's rear end.
Not to mention that, but also their stuff is filled with harsh chemicals, endocrine disruptors, carcinogens, like in the diaper on your kids' most sensitive parts. It tells you exactly who they are and that they actually don't care about your kid. They care about getting your money for their product. I have made the switch and I have not looked back once. Good. It's with Every Life. They are a non-toxic diaper company, but they auto ship to your door and we have a code with them now because I use their product like we always do, guys. We use the product first and then we're like, we reach out. We're like, guys, we want to talk about you on the podcast because we think our listeners would actually really benefit from this information. So, or this product. So, anywho, but yeah, we have a code with them.
Woohoo! Code UTSP10.
Yeah, and you get 10% off your purchase, which I don't think you'll regret at all. It's non-toxic, super soft, really like, it feels like a nice quality. And it doesn't feel like plastic, if that makes sense.
And they don't support murder. They don't support murder.
Okay, UTSP10, bye! And then the Mother's Love Sit Spray.
I went through like 2 bottles of that each kid.
Yeah, I got the big bottle. They have like a small bottle and a bigger bottle. So I just bought one big bottle
Because it has all the same herbs that a sitz bath has. And I'm like, what new mother has 10 to 15 minutes to just sit in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, what? But the spray just sprays it on.
I'm just going to take the baby with me because I got the herbs to put in a bath. Because like,
I just could not imagine, either post-birth, I could not imagine sitting that long.
I thought it felt great.
I hated it. I did it once. I was like, I will never do this again. So then I just bought an extra bottle of the spray.
Yeah.
Because it was all the same. Yeah. And I could just douse myself and be done.
Well, and I really liked the Tux pads last time. I was like, oh, they felt like, because I at the time I got the medicated ones. And I look at the ingredients and I'm like, they're really bad ingredients. Like the second ingredient is citric acid. I'm like, I'm not going to put mold on my like potentially open wound vagina. And I was like, and like, I don't know. I don't trust the medication that is in it. I don't know. So I just didn't do it. So I literally just have those pads, the Depends, the sitz bath, and then I can post a link to like the herb pack I got that you can like draw a warm bath, and then the baby can just join you because it's good for their umbilical cord too. I took baths with Leo postpartum, like not to necessarily clean her off, but like after like a week, we went and did like a sitz bath,
like a soak bath,
yeah, or herb bath. I don't know, whatever you call it, but and that's like kind of it. The difference probably than last time is like I'm gonna do like one of those big water vessels that we have just for our family events. I'm gonna fill it up and put it in here so that like people don't have to like go and get water all the time. And that like when Dave, because like, you know, remember postpartum?
You also don't have to think about like, don't worry about the rest of us.
Well, it's also for postpartum, so that like wherever I am resting, because like I am not getting out of bed for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna get up, pee. Like Dave has time off work, plenty of time. He's not taking it all at once, but like he has plenty of time off work, and it is the one time in life that I can be it's not selfish, but like be a little demanding, be like, I'm not getting out of bed for 2 weeks. I've prepped meals, but also you know how to cook, so like you're fine to do this and like care for Leo while I like rest and bond and stuff. And that I think is why we had such a good breastfeeding relationship, Leo and I, is because like the first week, like we didn't have visitors. We're doing that again probably. I mean, you're not a visitor.
I don't count.
You don't count as a visitor. Because I think visitor, anyways, doesn't matter. But like I remember postpartum being so thirsty and like feeling like asking for water from Dave, and then him like cooking us lunch and then bringing me water and being like, you have to bring me. So like I'm just gonna put a big vessel and be like, make sure this is full, and then I can just fill up my own water like right from bed. Otherwise I don't know if you can see it in the shot. I don't think so. You can see our fancy plastic door from our construction that we're still under construction for, but it's fine. That's kind of it. That's kind of all I have for postpartum. And it's kind of hot still. We had like a fake fall.
I know.
Which was great. And I was like, let's go out. Let's do things. But it's hot again. And I'm back to being indoors.
We've been just as cooped up this summer as we were last winter.
Oh, that's terrible.
Only the sun is like shining in the window, but
oh shoot,
it's too hot to leave.
I know. What was up with this summer?
It's muggy.
It was very muggy. So anyways, that's what I'm doing to prep. Also Dave is Amy said, Dave, you have to do 20 push-ups before every shower. And he showers every day. Sometimes twice a day. Weirdo. I don't know, once a weeker. But we're doing like the belly tucks and like just practicing / like comfort measures that are comfy during pregnancy and stuff. And everything's ready. All the home birth kit is over there. If that's something you guys want to see, I can just do like an Instagram.
You should
reel. But you got to tell me soon when this has got to go live soon if that's going to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have my lights hung up. I don't know if you can see.
That's awesome. I don't think they can either, but
and then like little twinkle lights back here.
I've noticed the little tea lights everywhere.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Leo just wants to play with them. I made a mistake. But now we wait. But I've had like 12 dreams where like either it's some variation of nobody makes it, like not even Dave, like I'm like, like you know, like I can feel some contract, but like last time it took 26 hours. So why call anybody? Take my time. And then like my water breaks and then like the baby comes out within like 3 minutes and like I'm like, or like the birth team doesn't make it and then Dave catches. Yeah. Which is, that would be fine. Yeah. But I don't have a desire to free birth. I don't think that's a good idea. I did, because my labor was so long last time, I did get intermuscular Pitocin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because like I was bleeding. I would not say it was a postpartum hemorrhage, but it could have.
Body was just tapped out.
Yeah. My uterus was really tired.
Yeah.
I do think this time my uterus is stronger. Like it's just gonna. Good. I don't know, it's been working out for freaking 38 weeks. So, anyways, anything else you can think of?
No. I just don't want you to get your hopes up that it's going to happen in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Yeah. And this is not to be like, you're not going to, when I was in labor, but also you're my friend, so I can say whatever I want. But like both of mine hung out to the end.
Wasn't your guest date wrong though?
Well, I think the first one would have been wrong, but the second one was more accurate. So if anything, they both were like 41 and 1, 2. So, but on paper, it was 42 weeks and 41 and 2, I think.
So wait, Riker was what?
42.
42, and Nova was
41, 2. But her labor, I didn't even know I had a baby. And I was like, whose kid is this? Oh, it's mine. Just so.
Because it was faster? That would be great. I would love that. Our friend Ozba had she had a really long, what was hers, like 21 hours?
A lot. I don't remember.
And then her second one was like under 4. And I was like, Lord.
Yep.
I also, something I'm doing differently, and I do not believe in like manifesting, but I do think God hears the desires of our heart. Yeah. And so I am praying that like, I don't need it to be stupid short. I don't want a precipitous labor, like 3 hours, because those are also hard to, like usually the contractions are really like, way more intense, and like your brain doesn't have time to like catch up with like what the heck happened. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm trying to like journal and like work through what would be ideal, but like also like I'm not like, God, if you don't get this to me, I'm gonna be so mad. Yeah. Like, you know, I would prefer it to just be not so long. And I've coached Dave to not call people so soon.
Okay, but you have to call me because he's gonna have to catch this kid, and then you're not gonna film it, and then you're gonna be so upset that you don't have a.
He's setting up a camera tonight in that corner, so like at least we'll have a whatever. But I also like I don't know. I don't know. I think we're gonna at least go by the 411. The 4. Yeah. Every 4 minutes, lasting a minute. For at least an hour. We're gonna try that, unless like. Because my water didn't break last time. So I had no like context. Yeah. Like if like my water breaks this time and it becomes like super intense, then I'll probably call people. Because most of the time that's usually. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember Riker's water break. Oh yeah, it broke in the hotel.
Like movie quality. Like water doesn't break like that normally. And mine did. It was just like spoosh. I was like, okay.
Was it in the shower? Right.
No, it was in the bathroom floor. So you had to clean it up with hotel towels.
I don't even remember cleaning it up, but great. Yeah, fine. Awesome. So that's where we're at now. I'm praying that, Lord, I don't go to 42 again. Yeah. Anything before 42 is ideal. If it comes earlier, great. Yeah. I can't guarantee I'm going to be a productive human at 40 weeks.
And this is the only birth for me that I'm like, you can stay in 2 extra weeks. Why? Because apparently all of my kids are born in the same realm, and I need this kid to not be born on his brother's birthday. So like the longer we can go, the more space
so
Riker has to have his own day, not crowded with like a baby's birth like 2 days later. So this time I'm like, you can stay as long as you want, which is like crap. You're probably gonna come 2 weeks early, and I'll be one of those crazy families whose like kids share a birthday. So here's hoping this one stays in, but we'll see if I change my mind.
April Fool's babies.
For me and your brother, very high.
But bright side for you, we had to buy a tub. So and you're working with Amy, so I'm assuming you're doing home birth.
Yeah.
So I bought a liner, so it won't be all my mucusy stuff in there. You can borrow it if you want.
I do.
But yeah, got all the things, and I am mentally checked out of the podcast. Sorry about me. But
your camera stopped recording just now.
Why?
My camera, I mean. Well, you wrap it up. My voice is here. Hi.
Okay, we will talk to you guys next week. Hopefully, I'll have a baby, and you'll see that on my Instagram. Goodbye.
This content is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice.
Please do your own research and find a trusted medical professional for personalized guidance and advice.
We are not responsible for your decisions based on the information you hear on this podcast.
Bye.
Bye.